So what we're looking at here is a hate crime. This hate crime occurred in November of 2021. And I know exactly who did this, and I know exactly why they did it. So on August the 29th, 2024, when I attempt to do my job as the true owner, as the trustee, the power of attorney, the Attorney General of stolen land and a stolen home, there's a piece of plastic taped over this damage. Just taped there. So what I need to do is I need the transcript. YouTube has a transcript feature. So we're going to go in and we're going to watch the entire, it's not the entire ordeal, not the entire war crime. It is a portion of the war crime that was premeditated by a racketeering influence corrupt organization doing business as the District of Saanich. Because everything and anything that they do, they have to have your consent. So we're going to go in and we're going to listen to how many times this woman said, "No, I do not consent. No, I do not need to get out of my private property. I know what you're trying to do, and I will not aid and abet your crimes. No, you will not touch me. You will not kidnap me. You will not unlawfully confine me. You will not torture me. You will not commit fucking perjury. You fucking mutants. You brainless fucking beasts." So before we get into this, what you need to know is that when I roll up, the sun is coming in. My car. And so I put up like a window shade, to keep the sun out of your car. I put it up. So I can't actually see out of the front of the car. So I can't see the pathological lying pigs that are there with automatic weapons. I can just see out to my left side. I'm not there to commit a crime. I'm not there to disturb the peace. I'm there to save my life and to stop crime. That is my job. That's what I do as a peace officer. And that's what I do as a foreign diplomat. So check this out. This is... Who the fuck is this? These brainless beasts are not investigating themselves. The service we have received from the Office of the Police Complaints Commission, as we suspected, has been a joke. They actually believe that they have authority to make decisions. They don't. The victim of the crime, the witness of the crime, that's who has authority. And the law is crystal clear. It's eye for eye, tooth for tooth. So this is criminal fucking harassment. That's what this is right here, criminal fucking harassment. Because I can fucking guarantee you there is some brainless fucking beast on the other end of that line. We're going to watch her all the way through. Well, because, it's pretty obvious they're not... Oh. Well, and here's the other thing about, the phone calls. Do they not understand? Yeah, no. You know, do you have an appointment? Who the fuck are you? All calls are recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. And if you're fucking calling to lie, and we know that you are, because we know who you are and what you are, you're fucking monsters. You're fucking mindless mutants. You're the fucking mutation who is impersonating service and protection. We're watching her all the way through because I need the transcript. I need how many times I said no. Yeah, here we go. They hate me because of who I am and what I present here.
Hi. Hi, Victoria. It's Saanich Police.
Yeah, I see that.
Want to just step out of your car so we can chat?
No, I'm fine right here, thank
Hi
you.
ma'am, you've got an expired license and an expired driver's license as well, expired registration. Can you provide that or?
I'm sorry, I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions.
Okay, so ma'am, right now you're also under arrest for criminal harassment, so I need you to step out of the vehicle please because you're under arrest.
No, I won't be doing that either. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay ma'am, so I'm a police officer. This is another police officer. We're in full police uniform.
I see that.
We're giving you a direct legal instruction. You're currently under arrest. You're not free to go. You're now in our custody. You need to step out of the vehicle so we can take charge of you, okay? That's what's happening right now. So step out of the vehicle, please, ma'am.
That's not what's happening right now. I'm sorry, I'm not doing anything wrong.
Pardon me?
You've been sent numerous correspondences. You know what's happening here. So what you have done is you have literally waited knowing I was going to be here so you could now, you're the ones committing a crime. And now what are you going to call for some backup?
Sorry, I can't hear you, Victoria.
You're going to call for backup now. You're now going to arrest me under false charges.
So, Victoria, you are under arrest.
You're going to steal from me the last thing that, my last item of security.
Victoria, we're very happy to hear everything you have to say, but right now...
No, that's not true. Actually, you're not. I've been speaking to you.
To step out of the vehicle.
No, I'm sorry. I will not be doing that for you. You are going to assault me.
No,
you're going to
we're certainly not.
unlawfully confine me. You are going to lay false charges against me. Listen to me. This is not my first rodeo. You have been doing this to me for years. For years, you've been doing this to me. You've been doing the same thing to me when you kidnapped my son, and now you've stolen my property. You've stolen all of my personal chattel and an automobile. You can hear me just fine.
Oh, 37's on the way.
Oh, now we're calling for some more backup, are we?
Okay, Victoria, so anything you do say can be given in evidence, and you are subject to audio and video recording, okay?
I'm audio and video recording you.
Okay, I'm just letting you know that you're also audio and video recorded, okay? Possibly.
Possibly? Well, either I am or I'm not.
I just need to let you know that that's a possibility when you're in our
So I don't consent to your offer to contract. I don't consent to your violating my Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Let's see, we've got what, Section 7 and Section 12 you're violating? Are you aware that you're violating the Charter of Rights and Freedoms?
Pardon me?
Are you aware that you are violating my rights?
No, so right now you are under arrest for criminal harassment. Okay?
I am not criminally harassing anyone, nor have I criminally harassed anyone. You are making it up. You're making up false charges. You don't know what you were talking about. No, thank you.
Okay, Victoria, do you want to step out of the car?
No, I don't want to step out of the car.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Well, I'm not going to have to because you're violating my rights. I do not consent to your offer to contract. I do not consent to your violating my rights. I do not consent to your criminal harassment. You're uttering threats. You're intimidating me. These are all violations. These are all criminal code offenses.
She's currently here.
Why is she currently here? Yes, let's hear why she's currently here. She's currently here to take back her stolen property because there's been an act of fraud on the court. You are embarrassing yourselves.
Okay, Victoria.
You're embarrassing yourselves.
There's more cops here if you want to step on out.
I do not want to step on out. I do not consent to your intimidation. I do not consent to your criminal harassment. I do not consent to well, basically you want to kidnap me. You're going to assault me by arresting me. I don't consent to any of that.
So she's currently under arrest for criminal harassment.
You need consent. She hasn't criminally harassed anyone. You're making this all up.
Your plates were expired almost a year ago.
I'm sorry, I don't.
You have to
Listen.
hear what you have to say.
No, you
Right
don't.
now
No,
you're
you're
under arrest,
not.
so you have to
No,
follow that legal command, okay?
I'm sorry, I don't follow unlawful commands. You are guilty of harassment.
Sorry, can
You're
you say
guilty
I'm
of
in police
intimidation.
uniform? Can you say I'm in full police uniform?
I have not caused loss,
Yeah,
harm, or
besides
injury
police,
to
You're
anyone.
under arrest.
I
It is
have
your
not
legal
caused
obligation to comply with
loss,
our demands.
harm,
Right
or
now,
injury to
Victoria, you will not
anyone.
comply with
You
my
are
demands.
commanding me to put me into
Can I just look you in
duress,
the eye?
under threat.
So, Victor, I'm a police officer.
No, you're not.
comply
No,
with
you're
my
not a
legal
police
commands.
officer. You're a criminal.
Can you give me the keys to your vehicle at least? Is that a compromise we can make?
We're not going to make that kind of compromise. This is the only item of security I have left. This is it. You've stolen everything from me.
Victoria,
Have you read any of
I'm
the
concerned about
emails?
my officer's safety
Have
and
you read
myself
any
right
of
now.
the... You're concerned
pass-
for your
can you pass me
safety?
the keys right
Oh
now?
my gosh, now you're gaslighting me. Now you're Who's the one being threatened?
So, Victoria, I'm happy to hear everything you have to say, but right now
Stop
you're under
it!
arrest,
Stop
and I
touch.
wanna read
Now
some
you're
travel
hurting
rights.
it. Now you're causing harm to my property.
So, Victoria, you need to step out of the vehicle because you're
No, I
under
won't be
arrest.
stepping out of the
I
vehicle
want to
for
make
you.
well aware of all your rights under the law.
You have
need
no
to
idea
step
what
out
my
and
rights
comply
are.
with
You're
my
you are intimidating me. You're causing me fear of harm. You're causing me fear of harm and injury.
Yeah. Victoria, we've been very calm
Stop
with you,
it.
and we need you to step out of the
Stop,
vehicle because you are
stop.
under arrest.
You need to stop it.
Victoria, can you understand what I'm saying? My name's Nick. I will help you.
I don't
right now
understand
you're under
anything you're
arrest.
saying. You need to stop it. You need to stop. You know exactly what I'm doing here. You know exactly what's happened to me. You have going
I'm
out
happy
of
to
your
hear it,
way.
Victoria. This is the first time I've talked to you, right?
No. You have all read the emails. You have all seen what's going on. You all know what's going
You're a
on.
very busy police department. I'm happy.
I
to hear
know.
what you have to
Oh,
say,
yes,
but right
I
now
know
you're
you're
under
very
arrest,
busy.
and I want you to be aware of your legal rights before we talk about.
I'm
those
sorry.
things.
I don't do the legal baloney.
Okay? It's
I
very
don't know what
important
you're
that
talking
aware of your
about.
charter rights, okay?
I know that's why you're violating my charter rights. You're violating my rights under Section 7 and Section 12 right now.
So right now, I'd like you to step out of the vehicle. If
I
you-
have done nothing wrong.
are you-
Nothing.
Am I understanding you're not complying with me right now?
Sorry, guys.
You are violating my... I am in fear of harm and injury.
Okay, I'm
I
giving
do
you
not
my word.
consent to
We
what you
will
are
look after
doing.
you, as we always do with all prisoners in our care. but you
I'm
need
not
to
a
step
prisoner
out
in
now.
your care. I have not
You're
done
under
any... I
arrest
have
right
not
now.
caused anyone harm, loss, or injury.
Okay, Victoria,
I'm the
understanding
victim
from
of
this
the crime.
conversation that you are not complying with my legal demands. I'm going to ask you one more time. To step
You
out
are
of the vehicle.
violating... Okay, so you're not listening.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, you're not listening. You understand that you're not listening? That's what you understand.
Hey, Victoria. My name's Mike. We met before. I know my partner explained a lot to you. Let me just tell you what we're doing right now.
No,
You
you're not
understand.
explaining any... Listen to
The
me.
reason we're touching your car is we're trying to decide the best way to get you out if we have to. I don't want it to go that way. I really want you to open the door.
You are not going to assault me. You are not going to make me be in fear of harm and injury. You are violating my charter rights under Section 7 and Section 12 right now. I have done nothing wrong. I have traveled here. I do not use this item for commercial business. I do not use this item for commercial business, which is why I would require a license. I'm under my rights to travel freely in order to save my life. What are you doing? Why are you... You all know that this is stolen property. This is stolen property.
Yeah.
Do you understand that this is stolen property?
Okay. Do you want me to pop the tires, do you think? No, no, no. Okay.
You're going to pop my tires.
Okay. That'll be the safest way, correct?
You are going to cause injury to the last item of security I have left, is what my understanding of what your plan is.
Victoria.
You are violating my rights. I'm in fear of harm and injury.
Your car whatsoever. If you just step out.
I am in fear of harm and injury right now.
I just want you to be aware of what's about to happen.
Listen to me, I am in fear of harm and injury. You are violating my rights under Section 7 and Section 12 of the Charter.
Yeah, let's do it.
I do not require a license to travel. I am not conducting commercial business on your roads. That's why I would require a license. So you have set this up tonight, knowing that I would be here to take my property back from the trespassers. These are trespassers trespassing on my property. There's trespassers on my property. Do you understand that? You can't. So you want me to answer questions, but you won't answer any questions.
I can't hear you, Victoria.
Yes, you can. You can hear me just fine. I can hear you just fine. So are you aware that this is stolen property? This is intrust stolen property. Are you aware of that?
Which is stolen property?
The property that I am in front of.
You are in front of 2 houses here.
You know what? You please don't do that to me. I'm in fear of harm and injury right now.
You're outside of 608 and 604, I think?
So 604 is stolen intrust property. It's been stolen by an act of fraud on the court.
Okay. What happened there?
Well, I was left a piece of property without a mortgage on it, and solicitors came and said there's a mortgage due, which there isn't. And so they flipped the house into the bank's name and stole it from me, and stole all the money and left me homeless, left me destitute. They stole an automobile. I have nothing left. I'm constantly in fear of harm and injury.
Well, these are all criminal complaints.
I
You
have
tell
been-
us and we'll investigate them
But I've told you this for years, and nobody, all I get is attacked.
Okay?
I get attacked at where I'm unlawfully confined. I don't have any money to live. This is the last item of security I even have left. I have no money. I can't even afford to buy groceries. And I come here tonight. This is my job. I have a lawful duty. I have a lawful duty to take back my property. I can't keep allowing trespassers to utilize stolen property.
Let's talk about it, but I can't talk
You
about
don't
it
want to
for
talk
a
about it.
minute.
You want to lay illegal. I'm not criminally harassing anyone. I was doing my job. I'm the trustee. I'm the true owner of this property. All I was doing was exercising my rights under the law. I just sent a 100-page
Can't talk
deposition.
about it. Let's step out and talk
No,
about it.
because you're going to cause me fear of heart. You're listening to me. You can't touch me. You can't take me. You can't lay charges against me. You are committing the crime here.
Step out, let's talk about it.
No, because I'm in fear of harm and injury. I have never once been helped by any of you. Not once, not ever.
Nick, this is Brittany. We're not going to hurt you.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. If I can't leave here freely and go back to where I was at,
I don't know what you've had in the past, and I can understand why that might inform your fear now. But right
are you
now,
kidding me?
I
I'm
tell you,
completely
not
informed of fear and damage and harm and injury. You want to take from me the last item of security I have left.
I just want to talk to you.
I
about
have
the
absolutely no need for a license unless I am
The problem
conducting
now
commercial
is if you
business
don't-
on your
if
roads,
you
and
don't
I'm
follow
not.
Instructions, you're not doing the right thing. Do you understand?
Listen
So
to
we
me.
need to
I
step
was here
out
to
and
do the
talk
right
about
thing.
it,
It's
and we
now
can
you
work
who are doing something that is not right to me.
Okay, I can hear all of your perspective, but you need to step out. We need to do the legal way of doing things. You need to be informed of your rights, which is very
Your name is
important.
Nick, you
And
said.
then you can say what you like. Yeah.
Nick, I do not consent to your offer to contract. I do not consent. I just want to go back to where I was. I want to travel back to where I was. I am terrified. I'm actually in fear for my life. I don't need any more abuse. I don't need any more gaslighting. I don't need any more harm caused to any of my property. This is the last thing that I have.
I want to
This
help
is
you,
it.
connect you with resources that will help, but right
No, they
now,
won't be helping
you
me.
need to
It's
obey
just
the
more
legal
spin.
instruction, which is you're under arrest, and we can talk about all of this once you've been apprised of your rights.
I know my
You know
rights.
all of your charter rights and your official warning.
Yes, I know my charter rights. I know Section 7, I know Section 12.
Complaints, I'll investigate that too.
No, sir, you will not.
I'm giving you my word here. I
Sir,
will do
no,
as much
sir,
as I
you will
can
not
for
do
you,
that for me.
And I'm going to make sure you're safe and cared for when you come in our custody.
No, that won't be happening either. I am sick to my stomach right now. I feel like I'm going to be physically sick
Well, I don't
because
want
you
be
are,
physically sick. I
well,
think
because
you're
you
making
are,
this more than it needs
you
to
were
be.
intimidating me. You were trying to force
We're
me
not
out
intimidating
of
you.
my,
We're just
out of my
being honest.
automobile. I have an automobile, sir. I don't have a vehicle. I don't have a vehicle. I don't know what you're talking about. No, sir. I'm using a piece of personal property to travel
Okay.
in order to save my life.
we're not going to let you leave here, okay? Because you're under arrest. There's a whole
No,
legal
sir.
process that we have to fulfill.
No, I'm
So
afraid
you're
I
aware
will
of
not
your
be
rights.
consenting to your violating my Charter 7 and Charter 12 rights. I have the right not to be abused this way.
No, you're not
I have that
abused.
right. Yes,
I'm
you're
talking to
abusing
you
me.
very
All I
conversationally.
wanted to do was come here and take
I'm
possession
here
of
in
my
your
stolen
perspective.
property.
It sounds like you've got some concerns that I want to assist you with.
Have
and I
you
wanna help
read
with resources. But you have
The
to meet me
deposition
halfway
that
here.
was sent, sir, just the other day. Have you read it?
No, I haven't read anything.
Well, then you are an uninformed party to this
I'm
this
just dealing with what I
situation.
see in front of me right now, okay?
You're dealing with an innocent
And I
woman
want to
who's
help
being
you, but you
terrified.
need to obey my
You
legal
are
authority,
intimidating
which
me.
made
That
you-
is a criminal code
which has
offense.
informed you. Yes, it's
You
criminal.
are threatening me. That's a criminal code offense. You are making me feel in fear of harm and damage. That is a criminal code
I'm going to
offense.
step away.
I have
Just
the
want you to
right.
Think about the situation you're in. and
I'm very
understand
much
what
aware of the
I'm asking you to do,
situation that
okay?
I'm in. I'm very aware. As soon as I came around that corner, I knew what you were going to do. As soon as you came around the corner, I knew what was going to happen to me. You're embarrassing yourselves. I do not consent to false charges. Those are false charges. That would be a malicious prosecution that you're trying to do to me. That's what you're trying to do. I don't know your first name, but I can see your last name, whatever.
Victoria, my name's Mike.
Mike, you're trying to cause me more harm and more injury. That's what's going on
I
here.
want to end this peacefully.
Well,
Why
no,
not
this
step
is
up?
not peaceful. This is not peaceful. Causing a woman to be in fear of harm and injury is not peaceful. If none of you are aware that this is stolen property, then how on earth can you be making a decision like this? And I need to know who has laid these charges. I need to know who's laid the false charges. Who has laid the false charges? Who? No, you can't just not tell me who's laid the false charges.
And also obstruction, right? Yeah, okay. I think we're at that point.
What?
So, Victoria, we're police officers in the lawful execution of our duty.
No, I need to know
We have
who has laid charges.
failure to comply with that is obstruction of the Criminal Code of Canada. We can
No, stop it. You are here obstructing
I
my...
don't want any damage to your
Oh
vehicle.
my God,
I don't
no.
want anyone to get hurt. If you
Listen to me. I have absolutely no money to even get this piece of property back. You were going to steal the last item of security I have left. I am not obstructing justice. You are the ones obstructing justice. I am here in a lawful execution of my duties. So now you're gaslighting me. Now you've
I'm
decided.
struggling to hear you, to be honest. My radio is talking to me pretty constantly.
Well, then take it out of your ear so
I have
you
to
can
listen
hear
to what my
me.
dispatch is saying. But if you come out or
What-
roll the window down or whatever, I'm happy to chat with you.
Listen, this is not my first rodeo. I have been assaulted. I have been illegally arrested. I have been illegally charged repeatedly. It happened when my son was kidnapped. Now you're going to do the same thing after my home has been stolen. All the money's been embezzled and an automobile has been stolen. And now you're all shaking your heads like I'm the crazy one, but I'm the one here telling you the truth. I do not consent to your offer. You have not witnessed me cause harm or loss or damage to anyone or anything. And unless you have proof that I have caused harm, loss, or damage to anyone or anything, I need to go back to where I was. I need to travel in my private property back to where I was. You've done this to me repeatedly.
We can get you back to the Red Lion as soon as we sort all this out.
Oh, so now you even know where I'm being unlawfully confined.
Yeah. Victoria, we've met several times. I know who you are.
We've
I know
met
where you
several
live.
times.
Yeah, we've had several conversations.
What?
I told you before that your car wasn't insured. I didn't do anything then. It was a friendly reminder. I just want to help you get home safely tonight.
No, that's
You
not
have
what
to
you're
step
here
out
to
of the
do.
vehicle before that
No, because you're going to assault me. You are going to assault. If I step out of this vehicle, I am going to be assaulted.
I'll tell you exactly what.
If you
happens
touch
step
me,
out of this
that is an assault.
vehicle. If you step out of this vehicle,
That's an
we'll
assault
put
if you
in
touch
the
me.
ground, We'll put you in handcuffs.
Yeah, see right there, that's
and we'll
assault.
chat about what's going on.
No, we're not going to, because you know what's going on. You all know what's going on here.
Okay, but if you don't do that,
You all know that
we'll
this
have
is
to come up
stolen
with another
property.
plan to get you out of this vehicle, and
So then you're going to be causing harm and damage to my private property. Then that's what you're telling me that you want to do right now. I'm not here to cause loss, harm, or injury to anyone or anything.
Yeah, me too.
I have had a hit and run.
Like this.
I have had a criminal blow out a window, so now I'm not even safe in her. I've asked for help repeatedly, and this is the kind of help that I receive from you. I didn't receive any help at all. All you do is you gaslight me, you hurt me, you cause me harm, loss, and injury, and now you want to cause even more damage. I just want to go back to where I was. I need to go back to where I was.
Where is that?
You know where I want to go back to. I just want to travel back there. I just want to travel safely. I want to travel back to where I was. I do not consent to your offer to contract. I have not caused anyone loss, harm, or injury. I was here this evening to execute my lawful duty. That's all I was doing. That's it. You all know what's happening to me. Do you have an email address?
Me? I have an email address, yeah.
Now, may I send you a copy of a deposition that I wrote explaining why I'm here this evening?
Yeah, sure.
Is that all right?
Yeah, you can send me.
Now, I'm terrified to shut this off because I'm recording what's happening to me.
I give you my business card.
And I need you to read it before you do anything violent to me because I'm terrified for my life. I'm in fear for my life.
Last one. This is me.
You only have one left.
Well, so the rest of the things I have, I've got these drug resource cards and then these generic cards. So I only have one, like, personal email.
Would you have access to the document that I send you right now? If I send it to you right now, would you have access to read the...
If you email me something, I can check it on my work phone.
And can all of the other individuals here, may they also read it as well, please, before you decide to do anything to me?
Well,
all of them have to read it, please, because they all have to... Why not?
They can't all read it. Some of them have to basically keep an eye on what's going on around here.
Well, listen, I'm a peaceful woman. I'm not armed. I'm not drugged up. I'm not anything. I'm just fucking terrified for my life, to be honest with you. And I would like everyone to see what's happening here, please, because I'm not lying to you. I would never do that.
I don't think you're lying to me, but
I'm not.
I think that you don't understand why we're here and why you've been placed under arrest.
No, I absolutely do understand.
Okay.
This is more intimidation to keep me from regaining my property back. I understand. The same thing happened to me when my son was kidnapped. So I've been through this before.
I'm sorry to hear that happened. I'm sorry to hear about your previous bad interactions with the police. I don't want any negative outcomes for you today. Okay? You are under arrest. That is what it is. If you step out, nothing bad will happen to you or your vehicle. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't fight us. Fight this in court.
No, sir.
Get your house back through the civil courts.
That is not the process. So may I?
Yes, sir.
May I have that, and may I?
This is me.
Do you promise not to hurt me or do any harm to my private property here if I turn my live Instagram off?
If you turn off your Instagram or whatever, that's totally
Well, because
fine.
now then I won't have any opportunity to record how terrified I am.
Still record. You could.
Sir, I really can't
Why don't
because
you
I
take your phone
have to get out of here in order to get into where I need to get into in order to be able to send you
okay.
That's why I have to turn this off, and I'm terrified to do that.
Feel the most comfortable to do it.
I just don't want anybody to hurt me. I'm terrified for my life. But I need to send you this so you can read it.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you my business card, just like I said I would.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Aww. So it's probably close to 6 o'clock. It's Saturday. It's August 31st, 2024. And I'm inside, an impound lot. So a couple of nights ago, when I was at my stolen property to regain access to her, I was surrounded, immediately surrounded. At one point, there must have been probably 16. persons acting as police. And so I guess I won't go into what they did to me right now. So what I'm here to do is to document. Now, I just had to pay $400 that I can't afford to even have access to her and to what was done to her and what was done to me when I was inside her in fear for my life. Because I was trying to stop crime from happening to me. I was trying to stop well, I can't aid and abet someone committing crime. It doesn't matter whether they're committing the crime against me or they're committing the crime against someone else. I can't, if I know that there's a crime occurring, I can't aid and abet the crime, because then I'm part of the problem and not part of the solution. And I can guarantee you that I have never been part of the problem. I am part of the solution. So I'm about to show you my 1993 Mazda 323. I purchased her brand new in February of '93, and she's been reliable, and she's been trustworthy, and she's been loyal the whole time. She still purrs like a kitten. And so here we're going to flip this around. Now right here, I had an assailant purposely, intentionally vandalize my automobile back in 2002, in the fall of 2002. And so you can gain access. If a woman is inside, you can gain access by just cutting. There's just a very thin film of tape there, very thin film of tape. You can cut the tape. You can take the plastic off, and then you could reach your hand inside and unlock her. So I was inside of her the other night, and well, now we're going to see what happened here. So this entire window was blown out by a vandal, a criminal, an assailant who identifies themselves as policy enforcement. The whole window was blown inside, and all of the material, the glass, was blown all over me. This was done intentionally, this was done maliciously, this was done with a criminal mind, and this is the criminal act. Now, the reason why I've just paid $400 that I can't afford to pay, which is now going to put my life in harm's way, including homelessness and the loss of more personal chattel, is because this is the body of the crime. I have been unlawfully accused of criminal harassment, and now I've been unlawfully accused of obstruction of justice. That's defamation of character. I am not the criminal. I am the victim of outrageous to the standard of decency crimes. As I was sitting in her, also, there was another criminally minded, with criminal intent, a male monster, who then decided, see, you can't gain access to me from this side, but they decided to blow in an entire window. And we can see some of the material here. That's been the material here. Now I'm going to open her, and I'm going to show you all the glass inside of her. And I was sitting in her as this took place. Sorry, I was here to remove some property from her. Yeah, I've just paid $400 to get a little bit of property out of her. I am being forced to pay $50 per day to have her. I want to show you all the glass that was blown all over me. I was sitting right here, and all the glass was blown in. Hi there, those of you who have just joined me. I'm documenting the property damage that occurred to a piece of my personal property by the members of the Saanich Police Department. They blew in with a crowbar an entire window here, and they blew in the entire back window here, and here's some of the material that they destroyed. a 1993 Mazda 323 that I've owned since she was brand new. And this is what they decided to do, because I was in lawful execution of my duty, obligation, and responsibility as the true owner of 604 Polyanthus Crescent, Victoria, British Columbia, an interest private property that was stolen intentionally. I mean, just look at the damage. Look at all the glass. Look at it. Knowing full well that she can never be repaired, that she can never be made whole. This is the crime of mischief. That crime carries the punishment of life in jail. They have vandalized private property for no reason at all. They terrorized me. They traumatized me. I will never, ever mentally or emotionally be the same. So this is what I face. This is the racism, the discrimination, the hatred, the willful intent. So they had criminal mind, and this is the criminal act. So they were demanding, they were uttering threats and intimidating me. They were claiming that I had committed the crime of criminal harassment. That is not true. I do not criminally harass anyone. I simply am trying to regain possession of my stolen property, which is, it's my right to use my stolen property. It doesn't belong to anyone else for their enjoyment and use. Sorry, as I sort of... Okay. So I was extremely traumatized, and I made an error in the date of the first act of mischief against my automobile. It wasn't November 22, it was November 2021. Mike Walsh, yes, I have been assaulted, demeaned, and defiled multiple times by Mike Walsh. Yeah. Well, if you don't like it, you can fight it out in court. No, we're sorry. We don't accept invitations to the synagogues of Satan, and you only deal with the dead. You only deal with fictions and fucking fantasy and filth. So the Crown is a fictitious plaintiff. The public is a fictitious plaintiff. So we need to see affidavits. Because a criminal acting as the Saanich Police Department would have had to have written an affidavit and put their name on it. And so did the Benji there, the Benji Howe, who's been in possession of Jack and I stolen property. Because it's being protected by mutants, by mindless monkeys, who are all of the same mind. They all hate the truth. That's why they hate me and Jack and our family.